She's got them long fingers. She could have very easily just like pierced into his whole body. But she threw him in a place where he can get away. Why? So if you've been watching me for a while, we already know that the Beldam is based off of a character from a poem from 150 years ago. And that poem is about a witch. And we already know that witches and black cats are pretty synonymous with each other. We see those images all of the time. But do you know the history behind why? It was the pilgrims that made us think that black cats and witches go together like peanut butter and jelly. Black cats were said to help a witch kind of harness her power. And they were therefore kind of targeted and still are to this day. So we know that Coraline is based in Ashland, Oregon, which was founded in 1852. And the poem that the Beldam is based off of came out in 1819, which would make the Beldam 33 years old at the time of Ashland's settlement. And we know that the Pink Palace has been around for about 150 years. The timing is all there. We've got witches, black cats, the settlement of Ashland, and the knowledge that black cats are commonly familiars for witches. I think in the case of the cat and the Beldam, this is a reluctant familiar, as in neither one of them are particularly happy about the arrangement, but it is what it is. Look here. So we see in the real world that the cat never speaks. He can't speak, actually. It's just meowing and purring. We see the moment that they step into this tunnel, watch. It's not even lit up, but watch.
You know you're walking right into a trap.
Because he's in Beldam territory now, so of course he can speak. If she gave him that ability, then it makes sense that it would only be able to work in her world. Now, the cat specifically doesn't have a name. He's just the cat. But we see here, whenever Coraline goes in with the cat to see the other mother, she says this.
You're back. And you brought Vermin with you.
I like to think that that's what she calls him. Like, that's her name for him, because she doesn't like cats. And she works with rats who are actually vermin. So I think that would be a pretty cute pet name. I don't know, that's just my headcanon, but that would explain why at the very end of the movie, after all of that drama, he would go back to the other world. Because, like, of course he would. That's his real home. And it said that cats have 9 lives, right? The Beldam's 150 years old. Kids only come through about every 50 years. She likes playing games, but she doesn't have anyone to play them with. But she did what any girl would do. She got a cat. It could also explain why she never sewed buttons into his eyes. If he is her familiar, she doesn't want to hurt him. And like I said, at the very end of the movie, she had the opportunity to, and she didn't. And in their time, black cats were targeted and were specifically hunted. So she gave him the ability to communicate and a safe place to live. I don't know. That's just my theory.
It's a game we play.
Everybody likes games.
All right, so this is...
How do you feel about that?
Period.
The thing that created the doll and controls Coraline of a dad looks exactly the same. Oh, now you can see the removed paintings. Oh my god.
This house
It's 150 years old. So?
explore it. Go out and count all the doors and windows.
No.
Write that down. List everything that's blue. Just let me work.
And the tunnel was blue.
Oh my god, I heard that.
Have you ever wondered why? Oh, I didn't even read that. Have you ever wondered why one of the ghost children have a different facial expression? Well, it's because it's the face when the other mother sewed buttons into her eyes. So she was screaming when it happened.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's dark.
The Beldam hands. So they were in the snow globe. Time, we're home.
Here's more evidence as to why Coraline never actually escaped saved the other world. Now, throughout the film, we see that every time Coraline enters the other world, she enters it through this tunnel. And the way she leaves this other world is by falling asleep. Now, we see Coraline enter and leave the other world 4 times throughout the film, but it's the 3rd time that I'm a little suspicious about. Now, halfway through the movie, the other mother reveals that she wants to replace Coraline's eyes with these buttons, which happened to the ghost kids Coraline meets later on in the film. Anyway, Coraline tries to sleep after this, but it doesn't work. She's still trapped in the other world. Sure, we see her exit back to her world through the tunnel 2 more times in the film, but notice how the tunnel is no longer colorful and vibrant like it was earlier, which implies that the tunnel is no longer transferring Coraline between worlds, and that everything we see is still in the imaginative world created by the other mother or the Beldam. So then why do the people no longer have button eyes like we know they do in the other world? Well, it's a blink it and you'll miss it moment, but we do see that the Beldam does have the power to replace button eyes with real eyes. Right there.
Hello?
Hyper.
Ryan, I've texted your dad, your uniform's in the washing machine. It needs to go on the line, please. Can you do that?
Yeah?
Can you tell him now, so otherwise it starts raining, because it's not going to dry in time for tomorrow.
Alright.
Alright, bye.
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 It's like to be known as dead. Now open up your eyes, you see the world that is red. Now what's the word, Captain? This is what it's like to be known as dead. Now open up your eyes, you see the world that is red. Now what's the
Hyper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the part where Mrs. Whatever her name was like, where's your life? Where's your kids? And like that. I'm on that part.
And if that can convince you that Coraline is still trapped in the other world, notice how the cat teleports in the end of the movie. Here's more evidence that...
Wybie is sweet in the other world. Oh my god. Wybie saving Coraline. Coraline, is that you?
Ripping all the skin from off my bones. I'm prepared to sacrifice my life. I would gladly do it twice. 'Cause ripping all the skin from off my bones. I'm prepared to sacrifice my life.
Since when does she hate that?
I really hate dirt.
Ribbons and braids. Your room is black, right?
just matters.
Nothing's random, it's all because there's purpose, right? So explain this to me, okay? In this view, this is officially the scariest thing that I found in Coraline. Y'all want to talk about details?
She had a twin sister. When they were kids, Grandma's sister disappeared. She said she was stolen. I'm surprised she let you move in. My grandma, she owned kids. What brings people with kids? Familiar? Grandma killed me. Thinks it's dangerous or something.
Oh my god. I found out the true villain. I found out who the true villain of Coraline is. Big, sweaty talk.
Yeah.
Do you want to know who the true villain is?
Who?
Wybie's grandma.
How?
Right? I literally watched this series, so I'm going to explain it in my own way. So you know how throughout the film Wybie said he wasn't allowed to go into the Pink Palace, right?
Yeah.
He isn't allowed because Wybie's grandmother thinks he'll be taken, right? But
Yeah.
he also then says that I'm surprised she let you move in. She won't let any families with kids move in, right?
Yeah.
She set Coraline up and made Wybie give Coraline the doll so Wybie wouldn't get taken. Because how would she randomly have Coraline's doll and know to give it to, like, you know, in the truck, you know? And then
So,
Wybie
like,
give
why
it to
would she have
Coraline?
just a random doll of Coraline in her trunk?
Exactly, and why would she let Coraline move in?
Watch this. You ready?
So she is the real villain.
You ready?
That's why if I ever do a Coraline film, I think I'll do it like the second Coraline, like after the events of the first.
Watch this. Watch this. You ready?
And it'd be like the other mother, like, trying to, like, because do you know how she can't kill Coraline? She tries to get a different target, aka Wybie. Because Wybie is very...
You ready? Bang. Boom. Watch this.
Oh my god, I'm getting...
You ready?
Oh my god, oh my god, I'm so sorry, Saki.
Bang.
I don't know what came over me. I'm just... Okay, I don't know what came over me.
Bang.
I don't know. Okay.
Watch this. Watch this. You ready? Bang. Watch this. Watch this. You ready? Bang. Boom. Watch this. Watch this. You ready? Bang. Boom.
Piper.
Yeah.
I'm on the part where they're giving the rings.
As we finally finished.
Yeah.
Got it well.